Hi besties! What a time it has been since the last time you and I have sat here together as friends, lovers, acquaintances, at this point, strangers. Because it has been quite some time since I posted a video. Not counting the art museum thing, but like I just haven't really posted all summer. Don't know if you noticed. I've been kind of going through it, just like life and work and being tired all the time and just not feeling creatively motivated, starting a million vlogs, deleting all of them, not willing to commit to one project or another, and then ultimately just deciding to take a break. And that's what we did. It's officially September. It's officially hua 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 season. I don't feel like singing for you, so that's the best I can do at this moment. More than anything, most importantly, above all else, it is knitting season. And I've been bit by the knitting bug. It is all I can think about. It is all I want to do, which makes all of the other like videos and reading vlogs and movie talks harder to commit to because all I want to do is sit down and knit. So in this video, we're indulging myself and we're gonna talk about all of the knitting projects that I have planned for autumn, and if we're being very realistic, until end of year and maybe even and then some. Because one of the things I learned about myself is that I'm quite a slow knitter. So the first project on this list is what I'm actually currently actively working on. We are making the Ringo top by May Bruns, and I've already started it. This is what I got so far. And the one thing I can tell you about this top is that this step is taking forever. I've been working on this for about 2 or 3 weeks, and the pattern calls for at least 4.5 inches of this, but because I want to extend it to my under bust, it's gonna be a little bit more, and I think I like just made it to 2 inches. But what I love about this pattern is that it's a boat neck tank. I've learned recently that boat neck is the vibe for me, and also it is my first endeavor in cable work, which is huge. I'm a little nervous about like tracking myself when I'm reading the charts, but I'm gonna be really nice to myself. And whatever mistakes I make, it's not gonna be the end of the world. We can just do it over. Project 2 is a project that I have been preparing myself for a really long time. Not because it's a hard project to make. It's actually a pretty simple silhouette, but because I needed to gather the right materials. But we're also going to be making the cloud blouse by Petite Knit. For that project, we are using these really lovely hand-dyed yarns from like an indie yarn dyeing company called Savannah Rose Handmade. And I think I may have spoken about them before on the channel, but I may have deleted that video anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But the cool thing about them is that they do colorways based on horror movies. This is from their Substance collection. This is based off of Sue's New Year's Eve dress. So I ordered a lot of these, and in fact I ordered just enough for me to make this project in my size. The only problem is that my size has fluctuated since the time I ordered these, and I no longer have enough of this yarn to make the size that I need for the cloud blouse. And because it's an independent yarn dyeing company, they do like drops. They don't have like standing yarn just like in a warehouse. Like it's all made to order. So I got another light blue mohair that's like close enough that I don't think it's gonna be super noticeable if I like have to substitute it into the pattern one way or another. But I think it's gonna be really lovely, and I have been quite literally waiting to make this project since the beginning of this year, and that's all I gotta say about that. The next project that I have, I also got the yarn from Savannah Rose Handmade because I'm a huge fan of their work, and they recently dropped a Millennium Horror collection focusing on different horror movies from like the early 2000s. So the next project that I want to do is the Glitch sweater by Low Key Bold Knit. And for this project, I'm using 2 different movies featured in this collection. The first being The Ring, which is this like really lovely teal to gray color. And then the Blair Witch Project, which is this like charcoaly gray color. And I think this is gonna be really neat in the Glitch sweater because the Ring colorway goes from teal to gray. There's gonna be moments in the sweater where like the different grays are overlapping, and it's gonna quite literally look like a TV glitching. So that's my big brain moment. I just don't have their yarn yet because I think they're like working on fulfilling orders at this time. I unfortunately don't think the collection is open for pre-orders anymore. The next project on this list are the Summer Girl Socks by Sari Nordland. And for this project, we're finally going to use my Frankenstein yarn. I think I also got this yarn earlier this year around my birthday, and I just haven't done anything with it. I think I've just been too intimidated to use it. There's something about hand-dyed yarns that are like so magical and beautiful and whimsical to me, but also feel like they have an added pressure to make something beautiful with it. So as much as I love them, I also am like just deeply insecure and try to avoid them at all costs. But not this time. This time we're facing our fears and we're using our yarn. I think this yarn is gonna work really well with this pattern, especially because it's such a plain silhouette. There's not a lot of added detail aside from the ruffle. So like the added detail of like the different splotches and colors is gonna be like a fun little quirky element to an otherwise really simple basic sock. I'm also itching to make some crochet socks, more specifically the spring socks by Second Avenue Crochet. I tried to make these socks earlier this year, but I used a cotton yarn and it didn't have enough stretch, and so it didn't fit my foot. Who would have thunk when a pattern maker specifies the type of yarn to use, you should probably listen to them. Because this pattern actually calls for a mohair yarn. For this sock project, whatever yarn I have left over from the cloud blouse is going to be used for these socks. And I think that's gonna be really cute because I'll have matching socks with my sweater. Like I'll wear them together and that'll be kind of a moment. Moving on to more accessories. I also really want to make the City Hiker beanie by Milena Juhola. This I either can do in a black or in a red because I have bulky yarn for both cases. Because in fact, I was supposed to make this hat last year in either black or red and I just haven't gotten around to it, so. And then finally, I really want to make an espresso top by Likey Knit. I actually already made one. Here she is. She's stunning. But I want to make another one. I really like how this fits. I really like the silhouette of it, and I like the keyhole design. It makes me feel sexy and cool. The only thing I will say about this pattern, the only thing that I don't love about this pattern is the sizing, because this right here is the largest size available in this pattern. Are you seeing this? This is like baby shit. Luckily for me, I was able to fit into the largest size available, but also crazy that I am the largest size available for this pattern. And like, if I had known how exclusive the sizing system was in this pattern, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. I probably wouldn't have supported this pattern maker because I would like to support inclusive sizing designs, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just lived in a world where like designers didn't do shit like this. I will say, I do know that the pattern maker is like working on extending their sizes now, which is like great. But it's like wild that it took you this long to do it, and like extra wild that you had to wait to get called out to actually like do something about it. But the good news is that it's happening, it's coming. So I think that's about like 6 or 7 projects. I think it's gonna be super doable and I'm really excited about it. Like when I say the only thing I think about at the moment is my Ringo top and how good it's gonna look once it's finished, I'm not kidding. I am just like so in the knitting game right now. I don't know what anything else is. Love that for me. Hate that for this channel and for all of my other hobbies. But hopefully it'll all work out in the end and we'll have some fun and this beat is sick and we'll take a ride on that disco stick together as friends, lovers, acquaintances, strangers. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your patience. If you're sticking around even though I'm not posting, I appreciate that. I see you. And if you're new to this channel through this stupid video, sorry that the vibes are so weird here and they're gonna continue to be weird until I get my act together. I hope you have a great day. I hope all of your projects are going well and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. I will be there. Hopefully you will be too.